Well, we've just had the last Cabinet meeting for the year, and I'm very pleased to announce that Cabinet has given the green light to go to the next level for an Olympics for Queensland in 2032. Now, of course, an Olympics means a lot to this state. First of all, it's pride in our state. It tells the rest of the world that we're firmly on the map, but also to the legacy benefits it would give for generations to come. I'm very pleased that we have decided to go to the next level for a potential Olympics in 2032, which would run from the 23rd of July to August the 8th. As I said from the outset, the Olympics must be inclusive of Queensland. Secondly, the Olympic Committee has said that there is a new norm. That means we can look at existing infrastructure. We don't have to build huge venues that will not be used into the future. And also too, that there has to be benefits and legacy for generations to come. Also too, we had a principle that all levels of government must work together. I'm very pleased that last week I had the opportunity to meet with the Prime Minister about the potential for an Olympics in Queensland, and I can say that he is more than supportive. I also met with Anthony Albanese, the Leader of the Opposition, who also guaranteed his support for the Games as well. So basically, over the last 3 months, the Queensland Government has been undertaking a value proposition assessment. That shows very clearly that we have 80% of venues that already exist across Queensland. This is great news. Secondly, it can deliver some over 120,000 jobs, and the benefits will last for 2 decades, including in areas such as tourism and trade, making sure that our communities are healthy and active, and of course giving our young people the opportunity to participate in sport, but also to leave a legacy for future generations. We've seen that with the Commonwealth Games. Queensland hosted, I believe, the most successful Commonwealth Games ever held. And what we've seen with the legacy that has been left from there, for a couple of key examples, we have the velodrome, which is now being utilised for World Championships and would be utilised as part of a potential Olympics bid. Secondly, we've had the Coomera Indoor Sports Complex, which housed gymnastics. That is now used full-time for the local community, and there would be opportunities like this right across the southeast. We also want to make sure that the Games are inclusive of Queensland. The value proposition highlights that there would be a huge range of opportunities for cities and towns in the lead up to a potential Olympics, but also too as training camps for countries as they come into Queensland and get ready for any potential Olympics. And of course, the Olympics may seem a long way away, but a lot of people have actually stopped me on the street and they've actually said, Premier, do you really think we can do this? Do you think we can do this? And when you look at how successfully we have delivered a Commonwealth Games, we do have the capability to do this if we get everything right. I might just talk to you now about what happens with the next stage. So the next stage, we enter the candidature stage, and that's broken into 2 stages. The first stage will run from January until June. This is where we actually bed down the key venues that are needed. We have a preliminary analysis, but there are a couple of things we still need to determine. That is where the Athletes Village would be. We also need to work out where the athletics stadium would be, and there's 2 propositions for where that would be. The first is we could upgrade QE2. The second is that we could transform Albion into an athletics stadium suitable for the Olympics. In terms of the opening ceremony, we have not discounted the use of the Gabba. We believe that we could put on quite a show at the Gabba in terms of activating the length and the breadth of the river by having television screens and people from right across Queensland and around the world coming to watch the opening ceremony. During this period, we will refine the legacy program. We will work out the consideration of transport projects, including those in the SEQ City deal. So the SEQ City deal is an agreement that is being worked out between the state and the federal government. Those negotiations are due to be signed up in June 2020. So that'll give us a good breakdown and analysis of what is included transport-wise in the SEQ City deal, as well as what is the priority transport that is needed for the Olympics. Finally, the next stage is if everyone agrees to that, and I mean local, state and federal, it needs to be firm agreements in place. The next stage after that would be candidature stage 2, which would run from July until December. Some preliminary estimates show us that Queensland, the economic benefits to Queensland could be in excess of $7.4 billion. We believe this is good for future generations, and also as our state continues to grow, it would mean bringing forward some key infrastructure which now the detailed assessment will take place.